Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we we have the Bengal Empire. So that's a thing. But we need Rajasthan. And how are we going to get that? Well, the best way that I can think of to start would be if we were able to attack this guy. Unfortunately, all we have here is a de jure claim here, which isn't necessarily the worst thing. Is there no crossing here? Is this technically an island? We may have to embark to get on there. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue, but it's not that bad, honestly. I do want to get that done fairly quickly. Now, there were a lot of questions about how we're going to handle succession with this situation going on here. Yeah, that's not ideal, that's for sure. That is definitely not ideal. Honestly, given our options here, we can ask this guy to take the vows. We have a hook for it. If he declines, he'll remain in our court. Interesting. But look at how few reasons there are here. Okay, that's not his calling. It's because he's second in line for our primary title, and he's sinful. So, here's my idea. We go to our children, and we look at our younger children here. Now, we can't have them take the vows until they're 10. Okay, so that's good to know. So we're going to go up to this guy. He would decline. He would still decline. He's destined for greater things. And he's third in line for our primary title. Okay, so that's not really going to work. I think we're going to have to use Renown here. I would prefer not to, but ultimately I don't see much of an option here. So what we would do is we would ask this guy to take the vows. We would roll this and see if he accepts. Odds are pretty low. He's probably going to decline. So let's see here. Nope. He does not want to. Okay. Well, he asked for it. That, of course, means that he gets disinherited. Boom. Next up, this guy. And that's the one that's destined for greater things. Okay. So that means that he also gets disinherited. Again, this is expensive. This is very expensive. So we're going to disinherit this guy as well. Once we have the prestige, we're going to need to disinherit 2 more. So we'll definitely work towards that. We won't be able to do this for a couple more years, but we'll get started on it anyway. And now as far as this guy's de jure claims go, I think we should probably declare this. And so we shall. Now the question is, if we were to raise our troops here... Oh, there's a crossing here. I had no idea. We're going to stop gathering these troops here. We're going to gather them here instead. And we're going to walk over to here. Okay. So let's just get our men-at-arms here. Fantastic. That was these guys merged together. We have a daughter. That's fine. There's our men-at-arms. In we go. Okay. So let's see what we can get done in this battle. This should be a stack wipe. We may capture their leader here. That is indeed a stack wipe. That instantly put us at 50% war score. We didn't capture their leader, but we'll see what we get out of this siege. Okay, that put us up to 70. We're going to go around over this way. We're going to need a little bit more war score. I would like to combine these together and to not have this exclave up here. That would all be very, very nice indeed. And we're going to work towards that. But I think our current goal should be to get our prestige up so that we can get our succession under control. That is, of course, going to be very important for us. And so we will do that. And then we'll come up here. That put us up to 84. So this next one is probably not quite going to cap us, but we might get there from ticking war score. We'll see. We're losing a little bit of money right now, but I don't honestly care. I do kind of want to... Well, we need a marshal, that's for sure. This guy's only skill 10, and he likes us okay. I'm going to put this guy in instead. Wonderful. And let's see about constructing a temple holding over here. I'm not going to construct another one because we have this war ongoing, but I did want to get one going anyway. So this should get us up to 100% war score with a little bit of ticking war score. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. And we'll disband our troops, and of course, we need to hand this out to someone who is of the correct religion and culture. There we go. Wonderful. Okay, so now I'm completely comfortable in investing in buildings over here, or rather in holdings over here. We'll construct a city here. We're already constructing here. There's 2 slots available in this location, 3 in this one. That's going to take a while. There's also an empty slot here. So we'll just continue working our way through that for now. And yes, we do need to continue finishing off our men-at-arms. And in fact, we should do that with our trebuchets right now. That is definitely something that we should do now. But I'm going to hold off on finishing the war elephants for the time being. Those are very expensive. A ransom? Yes. In fact, we should do any ransoming that we can. Wonderful. And then we'll use that to max out our trebuchets. There we go. Now we'll be able to siege even faster. Hoardings have finished up, and of course, that means that we do want to upgrade all of these to level 3 castles. So that's going to be a big priority too. I think we're probably going to stop fighting for maybe the rest of this guy's life. Especially since we were just overwhelmed by stress. We'll seek solace in our journal. Okay, please enter. Deposit the gold on your left. And a new learning lifestyle perk that'll give us religious icon. So there we go. That will help our faith conversions a little bit as well. But it's still going to be a pretty long-term thing, right? So let's continue constructing over here. Right. We can't because we need one of each. We can call a hunt. I'm going to hold off on that for the time being. We're going to construct a holding over here. That will need to be a temple holding. And then this one would need to be a city holding, but we have to complete the temple holding first. Which is certainly slightly unfortunate. But yeah, there's still quite a number of holdings that we need to construct up here. I'm just building the base level of holdings, and then they can be responsible for upgrading them after that. We can go in and disinherit this son. Do we want to? Do we want this guy to be our heir? Ultimately, I'm not sure I care. I think I'm going to go ahead and disinherit this guy. Boom. Fantastic. And now we just need enough prestige to disinherit this one. So that's great. In the meantime, we're going to spend our gold not on hosting a feast, but rather on constructing ourselves... See, we already do have one of each here. So we're going to construct ourselves a city right there. Perfect. We can transfer this guy over to his correct vassal, and that's, or rather, over to his correct lord, and that's definitely something that we want to do. We can continue calling a hunt. I think I am going to write my thoughts down, though. There we go. We dip our pen once more. Lose 28 stress. Fantastic. And we're going to continue expanding up this way eventually. How much more do we need for Rajasthan? Yeah, we still need like 49 counties. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. Wait, is this still being de jure integrated? Fascinating. We hold the Bengal Empire, but this is getting de jure integrated into Lambakana. Huh. I definitely didn't anticipate that happening. Yeah. I thought that would stop de jure drifting, but I guess because it had already started it, it's going to continue. I would like for it to not, if at all possible. We're going to put in a city here. And then there are just a few more locations that we need to put a holding in. And that will be fine. So I would love to construct one over here, but sadly we have to wait at least 14 months here. Yeah. Because we need to finish up this city and this temple to be able to do this, which is unfortunate, for sure. Multiple holdings needed up here, though, and we've got lots of time for this. However, I think that we should probably focus in on our own territory for right now. We have upgrades that we can do here. Ooh, all of those gain us stress. We have upgrades that we can do here, upgrading our concentric castles, and I think that's something that we should focus on for the time being. So let's put our money towards that for right now. Is there anything we can do with prisoner ransoming? No. Okay. Good to know. That is fine. I would like to hold this ourselves, but unfortunately, no such luck. I'd also like to hold this ourselves. That's upgrading to a level 2 castle, and that's pretty good, actually. And we do have quite a lot of upgrades that we can put in our own realm. So I think that's what we're going to focus on for this exact moment. And we're going to go back to working on our holdings up here a little bit later. It's going to take some time to get these castles maxed out, but that's going to get us, just that is going to get us 0.3 gold per month per castle. That is worth it. That is very, very worth it. We're going to upgrade this castle first. This is kind of our most valuable taxation castle, so we'll get that one upgraded. Development is currently 29 there, and that's wonderful. So we'll get that going, and we'll just slowly continue upgrading these. I'm not actually interested in calling the hunts right now, so I'm going to not notify for these at the moment. We are interested in doing that eventually. We're only 45 right now, and I think we've got time to get our prestige for that last son disinherited. Alluring confidence, huh? Okay. That's fine. So, I mean, this is going to be a pretty long upgrade, right? Each of these is 5 years, but that gives us time to get our other castles going. We just got a level of devotion. Sure, we're a paragon of virtue. We can focus on our religiosity a little later on. We are going to need pretty good religiosity in order to, let's see here, this is the decisions, do this. To unite India, we are going to need religious icon. So that's something we'll have to consider, but we're not there yet. We are not there yet. So let's go ahead and start upgrading this castle as soon as we get our next payment in. There we go. We're up to 122 gold per month without any bonuses. That's slightly insane. I'm very happy about that. Yes, give us more feudal taxes. Absolutely. I'm very happy to get more feudal taxes. Very, very happy to do that. So the question is, why is this guy... I know we're truced to him. Why is this guy not eligible to be subjugated? Because he's Muslim? Maybe? So, like, this guy over here. He is eligible to be subjugated. If you see here, the subjugate CB. So... And yes, I know I've already waged a subjugation war. He is not Muslim, though. Are you Muslim? Yes. Are you eligible to be subjugated? No, you are not. So I'm guessing they have to be our same culture group, or perhaps Muslims are immune to subjugation. Or rather, the same religious group. Even if it's not the same religion. I'm not 100% on what the requirement on that is, but it seems to be religion-based. With that being the case, we're never going to be able to subjugate that guy. I don't want to grant this. What am I doing? I want to upgrade this. There we go. Schemer has been discovered. Sure, they're going to give up on it immediately. And, I mean, we could buy a claim off of this guy, but we are just, which isn't too useful. We're going to need to attack quite a number of locations up here, and only some of them can be subjugated. So really, if we look at this, it kind of looks like this guy, if he was not Muslim, would be our best option for subjugation. As it is, we're going to be able to conquer this area relatively quickly. I'm not too focused on it right now, of course. We are working on getting these upgrades in. I don't want to grant this. I'm going to make that... I'm going to do that by mistake at some point, if I keep doing that. Oh boy. Well, we're going to grab ourselves... Clerical justifications? I guess? Anatomical studies, maybe. Yes, let's do that. Okay. Yeah, our son's about to leave court. We don't care about that. Where are you? We also don't care about that. So we're going to decline that. That is very, very irrelevant to us. And all 4 of these are now upgrading, and of course all of these are level 3, even if they aren't fully upgraded. And we're going to let our vassals be the ones to fully upgrade them, I think. They should have plenty of cash coming in to do that. Ooh, this guy has 100 opinion of us to begin with. That's very nice. Yes, we will accept that. Excellent. And we will begin our work on upgrading this castle here just as soon as we get another payment. We're losing a lot of stress right now. That's nice. And we'll get that started. Wonderful. So we'll get all of these castles upgraded to level 3, and we'll have that done fairly soon here. This one's already upgrading. That's wonderful. We did just finish a promote culture task, so let's go ahead and continue working on promoting culture up here. Wonderful. This conversion will finish up shortly as well. Let's just let that finish, and we'll be ready to send our realm priest out again to do more county conversions. Fantastic. So we're going to convert over here next. Okay, that's going to take him 11 years. It's a slow process. There's no doubt about that. And we can ransom this person, and so we shall. And that's about it. Fantastic. We are attending a lot of feasts right now, and that's great for our stress levels. Delightful. We do now have enough to be able to disinherit this guy. And so we shall. Perfect. So now we have no problem here. No problem whatsoever. We are going to go ahead and get one of these upgrading. It will be Korkai here. Fantastic. Have you already upgraded to level 3? No, I wish you would. You don't have the gold quite yet. Fair enough. You'll have the gold soon enough. Where are you? He's someone's vassal. I'm going to decline that. I don't think that's very useful, in all honesty. We are now the living legend, so that's wonderful. Very, very glad to see that. These two are upgrading. I'm not going to upgrade this one yet. That'll be like the last castle that we upgrade, I feel like. So Madurai will likely be our next upgrade. We only need 24 gold for that. We do need a new marshal, and it'll be this guy. Fantastic. And we'll get that cash infusion here in a moment. There we go. 4 years left on that upgrade. Beautiful. And of course you can see that our vassals have been busily upgrading their holdings over here and making us more and more money all the time. So that's great. These two castles will need to be upgraded, as will this one, and then finally, this one. You can see here that this city is almost maxed out already, and we haven't spent anything on this city holding. So that is magnificent. We're very, very happy to see that. And this castle's getting close to being finished upgrading, which is slightly unfortunate. I was hoping that we would have all of these upgraded, or upgrading, by the time the first one finishes up. It's not going to be the case. We need another like 1,800 gold in total to make this happen, but that's fine. We'll have that soon enough. What's going on in the rest of the world? Nubia is happening. Okay. And Abyssinia and Sao. Nice. Up in Europe. That's a mess. Okay. Nobody really other than Francia. And I guess Italy, kind of. But both of them are super weak. The Byzantines are, I feel like, in a good position to expand westward. But we'll see. We're now fascinated by the banking invention because we just finished guilds. That's really, really good for us. As far as banking goes, do we actually want to fascinate that? That development growth is nice. Honestly, I think it's okay. However, we did gain an extra domain limit, so let's go ahead and revoke from this guy. Wonderful. And that means that we're gaining 6.7 more gold per month here. And that might come up a little bit too. That used to be equal to Korkai, didn't it? Korkai has the shipwrights. It's a little less. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. We do have a perk here, and let's grab some reduced stress gain. That'll be nice. Let's upgrade this castle. There we go. Now that we can hold it, I'm willing to upgrade that one first. We're obese again, but we're working on losing weight, so that shouldn't be too bad. This castle is just finished up here. We're going to upgrade this one next. No, we're not going to grant it. We're going to upgrade it. We do require 2 additional month ticks here. Well, 1 now. Cynicism? Yes, we'll do cynicism. That's fine for now. We don't actually care about becoming a religious icon on this character. It's completely irrelevant to us. We'll get this castle upgrading, and then we only have the 1 additional castle to upgrade. This one here. Remember, this one was upgraded by our vassal, who's making a pretty decent income, and should get these upgraded nicely. This one's almost maxed out as well. That's wonderful. So it'll be a couple more months here until Caravor can be upgraded. 217 more gold. And of course, these castles are starting to finish up over here, and you can see our gold per month is kind of skyrocketing right now. And that's always a great thing to see. We're going to get this upgrade done as soon as we get our next payment, which is, in fact, now. I wasn't looking at the button when it popped in, but there we go. So that is great. All of those are now upgrading, and of course, they're starting to finish up over here. Secret has been exposed, but I don't care exactly. And we're going to continue working on these upgrades. So this upgrade here, that requires cranes. That's not shocking. There is no upgrade to the Grand Temple. We do need a steward, and we'll put in... actually, this vassal. Wonderful. You'll do. And then we're going to start working on our shipwrights for the development growth boost. That's the idea here. Excellent. So we just finished up our castles here and here. So we're going to start working on, let's see, any development growth boosts in this? I don't think so. So we're probably just going to go for vegetable fields here. There we go. And next up over here, we're going to definitely go for shipwrights. And that's going to be another 2 months before we're ready to do that. But that's fine. We are well ahead of the curve on all of these castle upgrades. In fact, we could upgrade our hunting towers right now, but I don't think that's a good idea. I want to go for the shipwrights for that boost in development growth. So we'll have that just as soon as our next payment comes in, which is now. Perfect. And do we have any castles that are not building? Yes, actually, Jaffna just finished up. That's fine. So we are going to, over here, build shipwrights as well, just as soon as we can. Okay, I mean, did we get anything else exposed here? Advanced bow making. Okay. I mean, we don't use archers, so it's not all that useful. But sure, that's one more thing that we're not going to have to fascinate. And the Republican vassal tax contribution here isn't bad. By any means. I do want banking, for sure. That's going to be a big, big deal for us. Knighthood and Castle Baileys will both be pretty good as well. Yeah, both of those will be pretty good as well. Castle Baileys is the one that we're interested in next, though. So let's go ahead and get our shipwrights constructing here. And then our next castle upgrade is over here, and we'll get another set of shipwrights building. I want that development increase. Fantastic. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to finish off these upgrades. And probably, we might have a succession as well. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.